We have the possibility of strong and severe thunderstorms blowing into town on Thursday. An active 7-day forecast just ahead.
There have been multiple car break-ins in Franklin County targeting one place in general, and the Sheriff's Department is asking for your help. We'll have the details coming up. And according to city paperwork, today marks a milestone in the Centerpoint project. More on the activity on the site today ahead.
WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good afternoon to you. The University of Kentucky has issued an alert this afternoon after a report of an armed robbery on campus. The alert went out about 3 this afternoon. University officials say the robbery happened at a parking structure 3, which is located at the end of Plaza Drive behind the Kentucky Clinic. Our Monique Blair is live for us on campus with the breaking details. Monique?
Well, Amber, I'm out here on Hughlett Avenue just across the street from where UK police say that armed robbery incident happened just shortly after 3 o'clock this afternoon. Now you can see there isn't a whole lot of activity going on out here right now, but I'm told UK police are actively investigating this incident. UK police were called to this parking structure 3 behind me here on UK's campus. Now UK police are not releasing a whole lot of information right now, but I am told they were called to this parking garage a few minutes after 3 o'clock for reports of an armed robbery, and that is when the alert went out to all UK students. An all clear message was also sent out 20 minutes later. Now this parking garage was shut down for about 20 minutes, but it has since reopened. A spokesperson for the school tells me the garage is primarily used for the Kentucky Clinic patients, and it is a very busy garage. Now again, as soon as we have more information on this armed robbery, we will bring it to you. I'm reporting live in Lexington. Monique Blair, WKYT.
All right, Monique, thanks so much. Switching gears now to weather. It is a mild Wednesday across the Bluegrass. Take a look. We have a live picture of downtown Lexington. You're going to want to get out and enjoy today if you can, because we do have some storms maybe rolling our way, bringing showers with it. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. Beautiful spring afternoon.
It really is. Feels great out there as expected. Big jump in thermometers from where we've been over the past few days. A big jump just since this morning. Some of us starting out in the 30s, ending the day though with some high clouds out there and spring that is absolutely doing its thing. 74 degrees right now in Lexington, 33% humidity, so the atmosphere is still bone dry. Winds are gusting up around 15-20 miles an hour, sustained winds. Those gusts at times closing in on 30 miles per hour. Most thermometers across central and eastern Kentucky into the low and the mid 70s as of right now. 72 London, 70 Somerset. You're the cool spot into southern Kentucky, only 69 into Maysville. I don't think too many folks will complain about that. Defender Radar Network, no precipitation showing up, but we've got the clouds on there and a powerhouse of a storm system to our west. That's a severe weather outbreak across the Mississippi Valley as of now. For us, that is a Thursday severe weather threat as that front makes its way toward the east. And by this time tomorrow, temperatures are taking off as we're likely in between rounds of strong and severe thunderstorms. And Amber, when I come back in a few minutes, we'll break down that severe weather threat in greater detail and look ahead toward the first few days of April and the possibility of a hard freeze. It's a wild forecast in 15 minutes.
We will see you then, Chris. Thank you. Police need your help trying to stop a theft ring targeting school parking lots. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office says thieves have been stealing from cars in those lots. In one of the cases, the thieves cost the victim thousands of dollars. WKYT's Caitlin Sentner shows us who police are looking for.
Franklin County Sheriff's Office says thieves are hitting a certain type of person or a certain location to steal money, and now they're extending outside these county lines.
Multiple car break-ins at schools in Franklin County has sheriffs looking for one woman they say is probably linked to a professional ring. One victim lost $11,000, but not all stolen checks are being cashed in Franklin County. They've also been cashed in Lexington, Harrodsburg, and Berea that authorities know of so far. The Sheriff's Department is asking for the public's help in catching this woman they say is their main person of interest. You can see her here at a window of a local bank. They say she appears to be wearing wigs and changing her appearance to look like those she's stolen from.
Be aware of your surroundings. Look, be very observant, and make sure you always secure your car, always lock it. At night, parked in your driveway, leave lights on. You know, bad guys don't like lights. leave your lights on.
The sheriff's office is really just pushing for people to remember to lock their cars. In Franklin County, Caitlin Setner, WKYT.
Authorities think that woman is believed to be driving a dark-colored SUV with stolen Oklahoma plates. Deadline that the city of Lexington imposed on the Centerpoint project expires today. Back in February, the city said developers needed to complete the parking garage or restore the site to pre-construction condition by March 30th. Project developer Dudley Webb says he doesn't expect to hear from the city since everyone has moved past the restoration agreement. He tells his workers are pouring the concrete for the garage today.
Nobody's more tired of that hole than I. That cost $7 million to dig that hole, and we wouldn't have spent it had we known we were going to have those bonds. But we did, and now we got to fill it. So there we're putting a building there versus putting dirt back in it, which made no sense.
We called the city to ask about any possible action today, and they said they had no comment. Webb says the garage will take 8 to 10 months to complete. We are working on a number of other stories for you on WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam Dick joins us now from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon, Amber. A fugitive wanted on multiple charges has been found in Lexington. Police say they arrested 38-year-old David Suarez last Thursday during a traffic stop on Manowar Boulevard. They say he went by the nickname Drummer Dave. Police say that Suarez had warrants out of Garrett County for attempted murder of a police officer, fleeing or evading, burglary, drug trafficking, and wanton endangerment. He also had a Jessamine County warrant for parole violation. We'll have more on Suarez ahead on WKYT News at 5:30. She's been missing for more than 20 years. Today, there is renewed search for a Boyle County woman named Anna Manning. She disappeared back in November of 1992. Police say they recently got a new tip about her disappearance. Yesterday, the Boyle County Sheriff's Office and the FBI searched a 5-acre property near the Boyle-Lincoln County line that belongs to the father of Manning's estranged husband, Anthony. The sheriff says they did recover some evidence, but he would not elaborate. No arrests have been made so far. We'll have an update on that search ahead on WKYT News at 5:30. A new brewery is being built in central Kentucky. More than 100 people coming out to Georgetown for the groundbreaking ceremony of Country Boy Brewing's newest facility. The 23,000-square-foot brewery will be on Corporate Boulevard in the Lanes Run Business Park. It will feature an outdoor patio, a tap room, and a private events area. Overall, the project is expected to cost just under $6 million.
The main focus here in town is a production facility. So we'll have a big 50-barrel American-made brew house made by Sprinkman out of Wisconsin, bottling line, canning line, kegging line, all that kind of good stuff here to be able to just to get more liquid out into the market.
The brewery is scheduled to open at the end of this year. It will create 20 to 25 new jobs in Scott County. We'll have more from the grand opening ahead on WKYT News at 5 o'clock. That's a look at some of the news in progress. Amber, back to you.
Sam, thank you. Now to some stories making headlines across the nation at 4. The Republican race for president has become so contentious that it's not clear if any of the 3 remaining GOP candidates can put the nastiness behind them when the race is over. At a CNN town hall Tuesday night, each candidate went back on their promise to support the eventual nominee. Scott McLean reports.
Do you still stand by the pledge to support whoever the nominee, even if it's Donald Trump?
A few weeks ago at a Fox debate in Detroit, the answer to that question was simple.
Yes, because I gave my word that I would.
I will support whoever is the Republican nominee for president.
The answer is yes, I will.
Today, the answer is more nuanced.
I'm not in the habit of supporting someone who attacks my wife and attacks my family.
I've been disturbed by some of the things that I've seen, and I have to think about what my word and endorsement would mean in a presidential campaign.
In a CNN town hall in Milwaukee, none of the 3 remaining candidates would directly reaffirm a pledge to support the eventual nominee. The frontrunner, Donald Trump, was blunt.
Do you continue to pledge whoever the Republican nominee is?
No, I don't anyway.
This is not the first time Trump has given that answer. In the first GOP debate, Trump would not rule out a third-party run, but later changed his mind. The latest change of heart comes after a week of nasty attacks between Trump and Ted Cruz, highlighting a deepening rift in the party.
If you're Donald Trump and you're going to be the nominee of the party, you want some consolidation at some point along the way. It doesn't appear that that's happening if you've got the other candidates who are going to stand up and say this guy would be a train wreck.
The worst case scenario for the RNC is that there's going to be a split and it's going to happen in full view of the entire world at the convention with the cameras rolling.
A possibility that's not unlikely. Both Trump and Cruz have a tough road to clinch the nomination. In Washington, I'm Scott McLean.
As for Hillary Clinton, she is campaigning in New York today ahead of that state's Democratic primary on April 19th. The shortage of one key ingredient may cause ice cream prices to soar for the summer. The details coming up in WKYT Money Watch. And one doctor says beauty products don't compare to this one magic potion. More on that and the cost of cosmetics ahead on WKYT.
This time of year, everyone in the Lexington area is excited because they know it's time for the Burke Furniture March Markdown Madness Sale. Slam dunk huge savings up to 60% off in every department.
A beautiful home begins at Burke's. There's a lot to see at Nissan now.
I'm turning heads.
And there's never been a better time to get your new Nissan.
Better.
5 exciting new models. This is Nissan Now.
Choose a $189 per month lease on the 2016 Nissan Altima or the 2016 Nissan Rogue. Hurry, offers end March 31st. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com.
Tired of painting? Go Rhino, and you'll never have to paint again. Now you can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for brick, stucco, wood, or aluminum. And Rhino Shield won't chip, crack, flake, or peel for home or business. Don't paint, don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
Don't paint, don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Of all the things we could do today, a world of wonder would lead the way. For me and you, it's a special day. We'll touch living things, discover even more, a place to play and explore, explore. Just me and you and a whole new world.
See, touch, explore together at Newport Aquarium.
Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs is extending its Save the Tax sale for one more week. Save 20 to 50% off store-wide. Plus, we pay the tax. There's great savings at Suff's on Lazy Boy recliners and sofas. Buy a Serta sofa for $766 and get a love seat free. Or purchase a king or queen Tempur-Pedic and receive a free queen set, a $300 value. The sale ends Monday. Until then, the price on the floor is the price out the door. Vito is getting ready for the Save the Tax sale at Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs in Georgetown and on Nicholasville Road.
Clients come into the office. The government has said, no, I don't believe you. You're not disabled.
The major problem with Social Security disability is that most people who sign up are denied at the initial level. If your claim's denied, don't give up. Call us immediately. We'll appeal your case.
We can do an effective job of representing you that will get you the benefits that you deserve.
Call Morgan, Collins, and Yeast, 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
This time of year, everyone in the Lexington area is excited because they know it's time for the Burke Furniture March Markdown Madness Sale. Slam dunk huge savings up to 60% off in every department.
A beautiful home begins at Burke's.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Google is going old school, rolling out a new phone service for landlines. That begins today's Money Watch. Google Fiber Phone will cost $10 a month. For now, it's only available in areas that already have Google Fiber, but there are plans to expand. Just in time for summer, the cost of your vanilla ice cream cone could be going up. Bloomberg reports vanilla beans are in short supply after a bad harvest. The price of beans has more than tripled. Ice cream makers say vanilla is the most expensive ingredient and the biggest selling flavor. A Senate committee is expected to consider the Personal Care Product Safety Act. It would give the FDA power to take a closer look at makeup, lotions, anti-aging treatments, and more. Anna Werner looked into what you're getting for your money.
Welcome to the New Jersey headquarters of Johnson & Johnson, maker of brands including Neutrogena and Aveeno, where company scientists search for the fountain of youth. Naomi Ferguel leads the team developing face care products.
What works best really depends on the skincare need that consumer has and then picking the right product to address that need.
Cosmetics companies insist their products can help improve your skin, smoothing, repairing wrinkles, or fading age spots. But count dermatologist Dr. Fane Fry among the skeptics.
They're looking for a fountain of youth in a bottle. It doesn't exist.
We took a look at some products, like 2 moisturizers, one that costs about $10, the other $170.
Is there any difference that would account for the difference in cost here?
No.
So you would actually vote for the product that costs $10?
Without a doubt.
And those special eye creams?
Eye creams are basically moisturizers that are put in little tubes and cost a lot.
So we don't really need an eye cream.
Don't need an eye cream.
In fact, whether they're called night creams, day creams, or eye creams, she says they all basically do the same thing, provide temporary moisturizing effects.
Anti-aging is a marketing term. Science has never found yet an ingredient that slows or reverses the aging process.
So what's a consumer to do?
With all that being said, there is a magic potion out there.
And that product is?
That's sunscreen. The most biologically active anti-aging product on the market today, bar none, is sunscreen.
Anna Werner, CBS News, New York.
Painting, creating, keeping those kiddos busy on spring break. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at the Mad Potter today.
Well, a big storm system across the Plain States may keep me awfully busy into our Thursday. We're tracking the potential for strong and severe thunderstorms next.
You know, Kentucky weather is what it is. For those of us who've lived here our entire lives, we've just accepted the fact that we're never going to be able to control it. I remember growing up in Sayersville and wondering, what is it about Kentucky that makes our weather so ridiculous? And that passion to understand it has led me to where I am today. While I still can't control it, I sure as heck really understand it. I'm WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey, and I stand for Kentucky.
They're coming from all over Kentucky because one of the biggest automotive events ever is back. It's the 4th annual Kentucky Car Fair at Toyota on Nicholasville. Through Monday, save $5,200 off MSRP. Get 0% financing for 60 months or make no payments till summer. It's the 4th annual Kentucky Car Fair at the big Toyota store.
Toyota Nicholasville.
The big Toyota store.
Where price sells cars.
Toyota on Nicholasville.com.
Don't miss your chance to see Flashdance, the musical. One girl, one dream, one chance. What a feeling.
Variety Live presents Flashdance the Musical, April 12th at the Lexington Opera House.
Everybody in the pool. A new swimming pool in your backyard this summer means double the fun for your family. What better way to keep the kids entertained? Think you can't afford it? Then think again. The big 15 by 24 Econoline pool from Blue World Pools is only $3.99. Yes, $3.99, and that super low price includes pump, filter, liner, ladder, and a free automatic pool vacuum. That's right, all that fun, only $3.99. But that's not all. That price even includes installation on your ready site. What a deal! You may choose to step up to the next level with our midline pool or really turn your backyard into a summer party paradise with the classic pool from Blue World Pools. Our top-of-the-line classic is famous for its low maintenance and high-style beauty. Nothing brings the family together like a backyard pool. Those summer barbecues, the parties, or just hanging out and cooling off on yet another sweltering summer day. Beat that heat. Call Blue World Pools now and get your party started.
March is matchup month at your local Ford store. The reigning champ is favored again. Ford returns as America's best-selling brand. Fusion is a smart choice over Toyota Camry with a powerful and efficient available EcoBoost engine, available hands-free sync, plus better highway MPG, all for a lower starting price. Go with Ford and drive home a winner. Now get a new Fusion with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 trade assist cash at your local Ford store now.
I know.
I know.
Want to know too? Come to the I Know Expo and learn from experts about aging well and coping with disabilities. Sunday, April 3rd at the Lexington Center, noon to 5. Admission is free.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you, like WKYT on Facebook. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Absolutely gorgeous out there today. Temperatures recovering toward the low 70s in many areas. Tomorrow at this time, though, we're going to be under the gun for the possibility of some strong and severe thunderstorms rumbling in from the west. Those late afternoon temperatures, mainly 70 to 75 most areas. Look at that trio of 76 showing up. Jackson, Prestonsburg into Ashland, low and mid 70s for the entire region. Maysville, you're at 69. You got to pick up the pace a little bit, at least get a degree on top of that, huh? Defender Radar Network, nothing going on with rainfall or thunderstorms across Kentucky. High clouds that are out there should make for an absolutely spectacular sunset. Now look to our west. Thunderstorms beginning to crank ahead of our storm system. Cold air behind this big surge of warm air that is coming out ahead of this. That means, boom, you get some thunderstorms around. And for us, it's late tomorrow and tomorrow evening that we have the best chance for seeing some strong thunderstorms. Your severe threat tomorrow is mainly for high winds. I think we can get winds tomorrow, even without thunderstorms, 40 to 45 miles per hour. Any storm late in the day tomorrow could also be a large hail producer. The flood threat, the tornado threat would be much, much lower. Tornado threat in most cases is always going to be the lowest of the severe weather threat. That's just how we roll. Temperatures tomorrow will be back into the 70s toward the afternoon. It's a day that may start soggy, turn sunny, and then turn stormy a few hours later as we go into late afternoon into the evening. The hour-by-hour forecast really backs up that forecast very, very well. 11 this evening, low and mid-60s. Tomorrow morning may start out the day into the 60s with a shower or thunderstorm rumbling across parts of the area. Then all of a sudden, you get to noon, 2, 3 o'clock, the sun comes out. The more sun we can get tomorrow, the better the chance for severe thunderstorms tomorrow evening. The temperatures would spike deep into the 70s again by 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Look at this line of thunderstorms. Notice how it's, at least on this particular model run, shows a little bit of a bowing segment, which would indicate the possibility of some high winds. That would zip its way through the area. Cold front follows that up into Friday morning. Friday's the day that is windy and it is much cooler. It's not really cold yet. We wait for that to arrive as we go into Saturday. Saturday will start in the 30s, and that's a pattern as we go into the latter part of the weekend and next week. That can really give us some cold shots across the region. Winds, I mentioned, even without thunderstorms, can reach 40 miles an hour. Look at this 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, 45, 48 miles per hour with gusts without thunderstorms. That extended forecast. Now we start to see the cold shots we've been advertising for a while for early April. First hard freeze threat is Sunday. We spike it up briefly Monday. We drop it again. 45 degrees next Tuesday. Get out of here. 25 for a low temperature with hard freeze threats as a possibility. Let's get a check on traffic now. Here's Officer Don.
We're getting a live look at Lexington traffic flow this afternoon. It looks like we're okay on Nicholasville Road, Harrodsburg Road, and even Richmond Road. Checking that at the Circle. It's lighter than normal traffic with spring break. Now, don't forget, a lot of cyclists are on the road, too. We're seeing that this afternoon. That's enjoying this beautiful day, so watch for the bicycles. Now, as far as drive times go, outbound Nicholasville Road, 12 to 14 minutes, then running about normal there. To Versailles, it's just a short hop across the county line, and then on into to Winchester, looking good on 64. Now back to you in the studio.
Officer Don, thank you. Many children are home this week if they're not traveling with the family for spring break.
Are you as parents going mad just trying to keep them busy? I know a lot of the parents probably are. How about we head over to the Mad Potter? Deanne Stevens joins us with the fun. Hi, Deanne.
Good afternoon, guys. We are here at the Mad Potter, continuing to keep those kiddos busy for spring break time. It's not an easy task, is it, Kim Knight?
No, it's not. The kids come in here and they just are running. They want things to do all the time.
That's right. And what I love about this is kind of a quiet area where they can come and keep themselves busy, but yet create and have fun with it.
We like them to get calm when they're in here. Yes, there's a lot of breakable stuff, but they have a great time, and they sort of sense that. And a lot of them have painted here before, and they know you come in, you pick out your pottery, you pick out your colors. Mom's going to help. We're going to help. If adults coming in, that's great. They have a good time picking their pottery out and painting too.
And that's what Caroline's here is doing. What colors are we picking out, dear?
14 black, brown.
Right.
And a speckled.
You're doing a little brown and blue because I think you've got a basketball over there, don't you? Let's get started, Kim, because we're going to do some Are you guys having fun? Yeah? What are you painting?
I'm painting a dragon.
A dragon.
And I know what's kind of making. It's a medieval dragon, and he's metal.
A medieval dragon. Wow. And what are you making over here, sweetheart?
A unicorn.
A unicorn. That's a pretty unicorn. And we've got a bunny over here. And, of course, our basketball. Now, we're going to get this started here because this, if my vase looks anything like that, I'll be happy with the finished product.
Well, it will. It's amazing. The hardest thing for people to do is put that first bit of paint on there.
Okay. So
Everybody says I have no talent, and once you just get the brush in your hand and start, it's amazing how good it turns out.
Well, clearly I don't have any clue what I'm doing here. Where are you guys located for folks who have never been to the Mad Potter?
We are in the Lansdowne Shops on Tates Creek Road.
And anybody can just show up? Do they need an appointment? Bring the kids?
We do not it's a walk-in studio, so just walk in with the kids. If it's a group of 6 or more, they might want to make an appointment. We will hold a table for you if you have a larger group.
I was going to say, I can guess that this would be a good little party destination, too, for birthday parties?
Yeah, we do a lot of birthday parties, and we have a dedicated birthday party room in the back, and special pottery back there that you can't paint if you're out here. You only get to paint that at the birthday party.
We didn't plan this very well because I'm right-handed.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to work the microphone and everything else and paint. Okay.
You're doing a great job.
Okay, yeah, well, just because you can't tell what that is. That was sweet of you.
It's a leaf.
It's a leaf. Okay. All right, Mad Potter, located in the Lansdowne Shopping Center. Can you all say happy spring break?
Happy spring break.
So when we come back, they also do this crafts with glass.
Yeah. Glass fusing.
And it's beautiful. I didn't even know you guys did that here. So we're going to tell you more about that when we return here on WKYT. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Say back to you guys.
Back to you guys.
Louder.
Bye.
He said bye. See ya.
Thanks, Deanne. Smoking can change the balance of bacteria in your mouth. What that means ahead in Better Living. And tonight's Powerball jackpot is $116 million, and Friday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $50 million.
Still think you can get more from the big box store? Think again. How about award-winning service with manufacturer-authorized technicians or sales professionals to help you find the right product for your home? A store with deep roots in our community that will be here after those big box stores are long gone. If you want to get more without paying more, think outside the big box. Think P-Rats. Since 1946, nobody beats P-Rats.
Sleep Outfitters is proud to premiere the coolest bed in America, the new Tempur-Breeze, and you can try it here first. The redesigned Tempur-Breeze combines 3 innovative cooling technologies to help you get to sleep faster and sleep better and cooler all night long. And with 0% APR financing for 6 years, the new Tempur-Breeze is cool and affordable. The new Tempur-Breeze, it's the next generation cool, and you can try it first at Sleep Outfitters.
Want to save energy and money? By replacing an older refrigerator or freezer, you can save hundreds of dollars on your energy costs. And we'll pick up and recycle the old one for free. Turn that old appliance into cash. To schedule your pickup, call today. Licking Valley RECC and Cumberland Valley Electric, your touchstone energy cooperatives.
Come to the I Know Expo and learn from experts about aging well and coping with disabilities.
The all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is changing the automotive industry in Central Kentucky forever. Introducing lifetime warranty. It doesn't end after 10 years. It doesn't end after 100,000 miles. And is available at no extra cost. 100% parts, 100% labor, 0 deductible forever. Visit BigMSuperstore.com. Shop the area's largest selection of quality vehicles, all with a lifetime powertrain warranty. Only at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Visit BigMSuperstore.com.
It's College Road Trip Week on Wheel.
Can you do the alphabet backwards in less than 5 seconds?
I sure can. ZYXWT SRQB ONMOKJIGFVDCBA.
Come for the puzzles and stay for the party. Next Wheel.
Wheel of Fortune, tonight at 7 on WKYT. When big news breaks, be the first to know. Download the WKYT News app and turn on push alerts. Breaking news at your fingertips when you need to know what's going on.
It is time now for Better Living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. Eating greens may be in your genes. Researchers found evidence of a genetic variation called an allele in populations that have historically favored vegetarian and marine diets. It allows these people to efficiently process omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids and convert them into compounds essential for early brain development. If these populations strayed from a balanced diet, it made them more susceptible to inflammation. A new report says smoking changes the bacterial balance in the mouth. Researchers say that could lead to diseases in the mouth and gut. They also found that the bacterial balance bounces back after people quit smoking. Burger King is introducing a sequel to its spicy Angry Whopper sandwich. The new menu item, dubbed the Angriest Whopper, has hot sauce baked into a red bun. For extra heat, it comes with jalapenos and spicy sauce. It also includes a whopping 830 calories. The regular Whopper has 630 calories, and the bacon and cheese Whopper has 770. Burger King said on its Facebook page that the Angriest Whopper will debut on March 31st. There you have it. Now let's head over to Chris for another check of the weather. He is just itching to get out the door and get one of those Angriest Whoppers.
You started rattling off those calories. My Fitbit just started going crazy on my wrist over here, just hearing all that. But we are dealing with some weather to get outside, take a little run or walk around the neighborhood. Good conditions out there across the area. Temperatures that are into the 70s into most of central and eastern Kentucky. 76 Corbin, 76 in Jackson. If you look closely enough on that Jackson cam, by the way, you can see a little smoke there in the distance. Hope that isn't a forest fire, but with conditions today that are windy, that are dry, you never know around here. Low and mid 70s across parts of central Kentucky. Defender radar network not picking up on a whole lot except some clouds. Tomorrow afternoon, we will be running the risk for some strong or severe thunderstorms. I'll track those straight ahead. WKYT News at 4:30 starts now.